Holy shit, what a day, everyone. We fucking nailed it. Now, obviously, we had some issues with timing. We had a lot of people buy on Friday last week, Monday this week, Tuesday. If we look at the daily, I mean, if you just look at last week, you just got to get in the mindset of remembering that markets go in three directions, right? Up, down, or sideways. And if it's going sideways, you can bet your ass that someone's accumulating for the next up or downside move. Now, the Smiles thing came about this past couple weeks. It was a new methodology that totally took the entire industry by surprise. You had a lot of commenters on this who were complaining about it, basically giving more power to the bigger players and allowing them to roll their options and change their positions a little bit. However, if we look at what we just went through on the daily, we had a nice uptrend here. We got in about this day here, right? That's when we started playing the Smiles. We had a really good set of days, and then we started to correct because we had to because of today. Because we knew today that it was going to go up and fill that 401 gap, which it did. The Smile strike was right at 403. It got to 402.88. So, I mean, this shit's for real. Now, again, looking forward, if you're in a position where you have some Smile strikes left, I know a lot of us, myself included, are holding some Amazon for the 12th of August. I would just wait, sit on those, let them play out, and then what we're going to do is transition back to the core logic until early August, about, I would say about the 8th, 9th, 10th of August when F2 is supposed to be coming out. But holy shit, I mean, we were spot the fuck on again. Now, again, if you like to use moving averages, it's just another way to look at things. So if you wanted to turn them on, the way that I like to set it up is, I'll show you real quick. I like to have the 252, which is how many trading days there are in a year. The 200, which is standard moving average that a lot of people use. The 21-day moving average, which is how many trading days are in a month on average. And then I like to use the 50, which is another standard moving average. So we're going to turn all four of these on. And I like to make the 21 white, and I like to make the 50 like gold or yellow. And then I'll make the 200 green and the 252, let's make that one red. So basically what you're looking at when you see this is that if you see the red and the green below the other two lines, you're in a bull zone, right? And if it's the other way around, if you see the green and the red lines above the other two lines, whatever color you choose, basically just think of it, the higher MAs, whenever the higher moving averages are over the lower moving averages, you're in a bear zone. But as soon as they cross back over, you're in a bull zone. And it's the case on every time frame. Underneath, you're in a bull zone. Right here, it's the bear zone because they're above. Underneath, above. Underneath, it's, you know what I mean? It's just a cyclical thing. It's just another way to tell when the price could be going the opposite direction. So just pointing that out. But yeah, good shit this week. We called it. I know emotions were high in the group this week because a lot of people chose to buy in on Friday after, a lot of people work. They got the news late. They saw how much money everyone was making, and I get it. There is that element of FOMO involved. You just got to remember 1, 2, 3 days of running, 1, 2, 3 days of correcting, and then look, that gives enough room for us to go and fill that 401 gap. So it's all about distance relative to the RSI. And if you look at the daily, there's still a little bit of room there, but there's no clear, let's go check the 2 hour. The next upside target for a gap is 416 to 417. I don't think that we could see this soon, but again, it is a possibility. So we'll have to watch and see. I would definitely play it safe tomorrow. Congratulations to any of those in the group that pulled out a win today. But yeah, I mean, if you did pull out a win and you're still holding other contracts for later, this is how it works, right? What you want to do is now you have more capital to manage the positions you already have. And if they expire 2 weeks from now or a week from now, you have time on the clock to let the IV play out from after what just happened today. So that means you could either, if it makes sense for you to get out today because you're a lot closer to your average than you were before, that's an option. If you want to just wait and then use some of the capital that you made today to average down with later, that's also an option. Or if you want to use the capital you made today to play core and then scoop those gains out of there and then use that to average down with. I mean, the options are enormous. That's why they call it options. And again, don't forget about level 1. If you do want to buy the underlying, you have level 1 options at your disposal to generate income with when markets are in an accumulation period or trading sideways. But yeah, I mean, several different ways to look at it. The option smile was obvious. The tricky part was the timing. But mistakes we should learn from this week. Do not buy after 3 days run. Always pay attention to the RSI. And keep in mind of macroeconomic events that are up and coming, like the FOMC meeting. If we have 3 runs back to back to back, and then we're still expecting a PAMP on the FOMC day, but the RSI is nearing the oversold or overbought territory, then we should automatically know there's going to have to be a few days of correction in there in the mix somewhere. So it's always good to remember that. A lot of factors go into this. I know it's not easy. It's a learning experience. But hopefully we'll learn from this, move forward, and just continue on, because we've gotten it all right so far. And I expect the same to continue moving forward. Just continue doing what we've been doing. But yeah, that's basically all I got. Good shit today. And as far as tomorrow, I think given the good day we had today, I'm going to take it easy and observe, do a little research, do some analysis on Jerome's speech today, and just kind of formulate a plan moving forward. So again, a lot of up and coming things on the horizon at the 2 unprecedented times. So you're living through it. So let's go, Brandon.